Kris Lengieza here at Groundbreak 2019, and welcome back. We're with Kendellen with Riley Construction, and we're going to talk a little bit about adoption of technology. Now, Kevin and I have known each other for a little while, and I've seen him kind of go from different company sizes. So one of the things I wanted to focus on is, what is adoption of technology like from a very large firm, which you were at previously, to not a small firm, but a different size firm, and how does that vary between companies?
Yeah, really the scalability of technology is from almost a ground up approach at some of the larger companies to actually being a lot more mobile as far as how we're able to kind of change things. We have the opportunity to kind of turn on a pin with a smaller firm, which is something the larger company. I equate that more to turning an aircraft carrier versus trying to just turn a pickup truck. So
yeah.
It's a lot different in that case. Some good, some bad. I mean, we're able to be a lot more agile, I think, with some of those companies where we're not talking about affecting the entire company at once, but we can kind of pinpoint and pick which problems we want to solve and what we need to solve on specific projects.
So, I would assume that there's a difference between very large companies and small companies when it comes to investing in technology, right? The dollars may not be available the same way that they are at a big company, that they are to a smaller company. So do you have to be more poignant in which technology you choose to adopt and, how quickly you can move on some of those things?
Yeah, a lot of the difference between the larger firm and a more medium-sized firm is that we don't feel we need to be on the cutting edge. We don't feel we need to be on the bleeding edge of technology, and so we can kind of see how things evolve, over the first couple of years of the technology available, and kind of pick and choose what makes sense for our operations and our workflows.
Right.
On that end. With that said, though, that duration is getting a lot smaller as technology evolves. So now we're starting to really have to pick and choose earlier. We're giving technology maybe a 6-month lead time on if somebody else is using it, see how that goes, and then we bring it in house.
Do you think that the technology as a smaller company lets you compete with larger companies because you can be more efficient and you can bring in some of the same technology that they're bringing in and adopt those kind of things?
It absolutely helps. It absolutely helps because we can play with the big boys at that point too, and we can actually we can provide the same services. A lot of those other firms can as well. So it's interesting. Depends on the region, depends on your market, of what you see. We've actually been lucky. We have a pretty solid trade contractor market as well where we're at.
Yeah, that helps out a lot for sure. So how has Groundbreak changed for you, or coming to conferences in general? In your different perspectives as kind of your career has evolved a little bit.
Yeah, it's been interesting because I think when you first start out, you start looking at some of the technology that was available. We first saw VR. For instance, I know even now that's probably new to some, but it's been out there for a while, and now you're kind of seeing how that's evolved, and HoloLens 2 is coming out. Told. And
it'll come out eventually.
It'll get there, but really being able to kind of see how that's evolved. But now it's scaled itself into a lot bigger picture as well, and we're starting to look at the industry as a whole and understanding that this industry has to change. We can't keep doing things the same way we have. For years.
And you definitely see it around here in the expo hall. I mean, we're surrounded by about 100 vendors. About 90 of them are Procore partners, and I remember events that we were at previously. I mean, maybe there was a dozen or two or so.
Yeah, it was the big companies in the room, and all these startups are pretty amazing. And they're doing some amazing stuff.
Definitely solving some of the problems we have that we never, in really unique ways too, which is awesome.
Right.
Well, that's awesome. Well, thanks for Kevin for joining us, and thanks all of you for tuning in for another episode from Groundbreak 2019.